I'm going to finish up stuff that I forgot to do a while back. So, ignore that for a second. I'm gonna go silent after I get to what I want to, so I can show you the part I want to. Since I'm gonna speed through to... Since you can't skip this. It's time for the cutscenes. Yes, I'm gonna do hers again as a bonus. So let's go.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time worrying about me, the music will be over by the time you ask.
Well, okay.
He's such an idiot. Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep his eyes on you, not push him toward another girl's tender embrace. If you were to only gather the courage to ask him, I'm certain that he would be more than accommodating. It's fine. I'm fine, honestly.
Elisa.
Reem. Is your sister okay?
Yeah. Actually, she's the only reason I had the courage to come over here. Would you dance with me?
What? Me?
That was the idea. Is that a no?
All right. Let's get a little closer to the bonfire then.
Okay. Everyone's still at it.
I wish I still had that much energy left. Still, it's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
Yeah, it felt like it was over in the blink of an eye. Both the festival and the year as a whole.
Exactly. It won't be long until the second years graduate, and we'll be in their shoes. Time really does fly, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to believe so many months have passed since we all first met. But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I graduated, but that was in the heat of the moment. I honestly don't know whether I'd drive Reinford straight into the ground or not.
How could you know? Still,
there's one thing I do know. No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different.
you stole my line.
I think you need some new material. I'm getting used to your speeches by now. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As long as you and I are together. Forget I said anything.
Elisa. Then let's stay together. We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too. After that, I went back to see Elise. But by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Reen? Elise?
Claire?
Good evening, Captain.
Since you've already all seen this, I'm gonna skip through this.
That's the kind of thing that...
Wait, you're a stupid...
I'm sorry.
This is the part I'm gonna skip through completely. Come on. Because that's one down. System. Just ignore the screens if you can. Please. I love the reaction here.
The only person I can think of is...
Is
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
I never would have imagined you were into that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
The sort that fills young maidens' hearts with joy and heads with dreams.
Your Highness?
Your Highness? Good evening, Reen. What a joy this is, especially considering that Class 7 has no lack of fine gentlemen. Ooh, there are so many wonderful potential pairings that I hardly know where to start. Your Highness, please.
Is this what the head of the literature club's always writing about? How did I not connect the dots until now? Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at St. Estrella?
Well, oh, Reen, you're so precious. Rare is the woman who could deny herself a honeyed sip from this wellspring of fantasy.
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Anyway, I'll be back later. Please excuse me, Your Highness.
Maybe I should have taken matters into my own hands. By the looks of it, you still might have a chance. Your Highness, please.
Hey, Elliot.
Oh, Reen.
Looks like you managed to break out of your dad's bear hug.
Barely. You went off to talk to the principal with Fiona. On that note, where's Elise?
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms. Anyway, wanna go sit down somewhere? I'm totally wiped out after today. All I want to do is get a drink and some rest.
Good idea. It is getting pretty hectic around here. I wouldn't mind getting away from it all.
Let's do it. Look at all the fun people are having. So, have you danced with anyone yet?
A little bit, with Fiona, since she asked me to. It's kind of embarrassing to dance with your sister, though, so we didn't do it for long.
Huh. Never would have thought about it that way. But anyway, what'd you talk with your dad about?
Well... our concert really impressed him.
Well, hey, that must have put a smile on your face. Wait, he doesn't hate music or anything, does he?
No, he's not exactly well-versed in music, but I know for a fact he likes it. But talking to him made me realize something.
And what was that?
He wasn't against me going to the music academy because he was against me pursuing a career in music. He didn't want me to lock myself into it. He wanted me to be able to decide for myself just what path I wanted to follow. And more importantly, he wanted me to have the strength to do so, even if people around me tried to stand in my way.
I think you do.
It's not like he said any of this out loud. This is just what I'd like to believe his reasoning was. And if that's the case, I think I was finally able to show him that I'm strong enough tonight, with all of your help. I'd like to hope that I've been able to put my mom at ease up in heaven, too.
I'm sure you did. Elliot, I couldn't be happier that everything worked out for you.
Thanks. I hope we can do another concert next year. And if we do, I want us to make it even more amazing than today's was.
Sounds like a plan. When next year's concert rolls around, I'll be right there with you, doing everything I can to make it great.
Thanks, Rean. That means a lot.
After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then, that memorable evening was approaching.
Sorry about that. I was doing something. Load.
person I can think of is...
Who? Is something wrong?
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
I never would have imagined you were into that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
The sort that fills young maidens' hearts with joy and heads with dreams.
Your Highness?
Your Highness? Good evening, Reen. What a joy this is, especially considering that Class 7 has no lack of fine gentlemen. Ooh, there are so many wonderful potential pairings that I hardly know where to start. Your Highness, please.
Is this what the head of the literature club's always writing about? How did I not connect the dots until now? Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at St. Estraya?
Well... Oh, Reen, you're so precious. Rare is the woman who could deny herself a honeyed sip from this wellspring of fantasy.
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Please excuse me. Hey, Machias.
Ah, Reen. Weren't you with your sister?
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms. Are you on your own too?
Yes, indeed. Dad's gone off to dance, so here I am, trying and failing to stave away my boredom.
Sounds like I showed up at the right time. Wanna go sit down somewhere together? I figured that after today, we'd both earned ourselves a drink and some rest.
Well, it beats the alternative. Anything to get away from all this hubbub.
Let's go find a spot then.
The past 2 days have been exhausting.
At least it all paid off in the end. It must have been even tougher for you, though, since you were pulling double duty taking care of the chess club.
You say that like the student council didn't have you running yourself ragged. But you're right. It all paid off. Makes me a little emotional to think back on it all. Hard to believe that the day actually came when I worked alongside nobles toward a common goal. Me!
That is hard to believe.
Our concert, the chess club's event. Neither of those would have been possible without students from the upper classes. Never thought I'd be able to accept something like that.
You've come a long way since we first met. It seems like you've finally started getting along with Eustace.
Well, you have to find someone to compete with if you ever want to improve. And arrogant nobles make for semi-decent competition, I guess.
It wouldn't kill you to be a little more honest.
Why are we even wasting our time talking about him right now? Changing the subject, I'd like to thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with you and our other classmates, I can't imagine I'd have changed my attitude like this.
You're welcome. But given all that you've done for us, I'd say we're about even.
I'm glad to hear I was somewhat useful. I wish Sis could have been here to see this.
I'm sure she can. She's probably watching this all from heaven by the goddess's side. She must be so proud of how much you've grown too.
I really hope so. The Academy Festival is a celebration of the educational experience, something commoners and nobles alike can enjoy. We have to be sure to keep it that way next year.
We will, whatever it takes.
After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then, that memorable... Oh.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time worrying about me, the music will...
Well, okay. Emma.
Oh, Reen.
I wasn't expecting to find you here.
Oh, well, I wanted to get away from all the excitement for a little while. How's your sister?
She's just fine. Actually, she was the one who encouraged me to see you. This might not be the right time since you're trying to rest, but... would you dance with me?
What? Me? I couldn't possibly. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people you'd rather dance with, or who are better dancers.
Definitely not. But should I take that as a no?
You should take it as an I'd love to.
Whew. That's a relief. Everyone's still having fun.
It makes sense. This festival's practically the culmination of everything we've done since the start of the year. I'm sure everyone has plenty of things they want to talk about with each other.
You're probably right.
I'm really sorry. I feel like I've done nothing but keep secrets from all of you since we first met.
You don't need to apologize for that. It's not like you were doing it to hurt or trick us or anything, right?
Of course not. But I still feel so guilty about having to do it. Even though we've spent so much time together, I feel like I'm not really one of you. That I don't belong here.
That's not true. You do belong here. You're an important part of our class, and every one of us cares about you.
Really?
Everybody has their secrets. You don't need to share every little detail of your life for someone to understand you. But if you ever feel like your secrets are too heavy to handle alone, I'm always willing to listen. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll be there, ready to accept it, and whatever it might mean about you.
Reen. I'm sure that someday I'll be able to tell you the truth. So, will you be willing to hold on until then?
No matter how long it takes.
Thank you.
After that, I went back to see Elise. But by then, that memorable evening was approaching. Oh. The only person I can think of is... No. Hey, Gaius.
Ring? Were you not spending the evening with your sister?
I was, until I asked her to dance. She turned me down flat and sent me off. What about you?
Toma and Charles decided to go dance, so I just saw them off. I was thinking about getting away from all of the excitement, though. I think I need a little rest after all we've done.
That makes two of us. All I want right now is a place to sit and a nice cold drink. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. I appreciate the company.
Okay, let's go find a spot to relax.
Look how much fun they're having dancing together. I was worried that they'd tire themselves out with the journey here, but it seems I made the right choice by inviting them.
I'll say. It's a shame Sheeta and Lily couldn't join them, though.
Yeah, they're still a little too young. But I would like to bring them here one day, if I get the chance.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled. Thinking back on it now, it's hard to believe that it's almost been half a year since we found ourselves in Nord.
Time really flies.
It must feel like longer for you than it does for me, too.
I suppose it would. I'll always be nostalgic for the winds of Nord. But to be honest, I can't say that I feel all that homesick.
Really?
Really. Erebonia is my home.
You mean...
I've spent over half a year at the academy, surrounded by some of my dearest friends. This country is every bit as important to me as Nord is. I wouldn't think twice about calling it my second home.
That's a big-hearted statement to make.
I have all of you to thank for making me feel that way. I really do feel blessed. There aren't many people who can say they have two homes to love equally.
I had no idea you thought so much of this country. Not only does that fill me with pride as an Erebonian, it warms my heart as your friend. This country is changing. There's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully as a class, we can help turn it into a country that we can really be proud of.
I have no doubt about that. I'm happy to have you as a classmate, Rean.
I feel the same way.
After that, I went back to see Elise. But by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Oh.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Milliam.
Hi, Irene. Hey, aren't you gonna dance?
Well, that's actually why I'm here. Do you want to dance with me?
Huh? Me? But I've never even danced with anybody before.
No worries. You can just follow my lead. So, what do you say?
the leftovers at the food stalls were really calling my name. But sure, why not? I guess if every other girl has rejected your offer, I can find room in my heart to help you out.
Thanks?
That was really fun! And even though it was my first dance, I was awesome out there. More proof that I'm good at everything, I guess.
You say that because you didn't have to lead. But as long as you had fun, that's the important thing.
This academy's got fun new stuff to do every time I turn around. Sometimes I almost forget I'm here on a mission.
Sounds like a problem for an agent.
Hmm. Maybe. I don't know. It's like there's two of me. One was sent here by the intelligence division, and one's just an average student. But I don't know which of those two me's is the real one.
What do you mean?
It's just, I never even got the chance to go to Sunday school. This is the first time I've ever had the chance to live a normal life, and it's so much fun. But I feel kinda conflicted.
Milliam, I don't think I can give you an easy answer here. But I think they're both you.
What?
You've helped us more times than I can count. Maybe that was because of your duty to the intelligence division. Maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you're a classmate and a friend to every one of us. So I don't think that knowing which part of you is the real you is quite as important as you think.
Maybe it isn't.
And maybe it's selfish of me to say that. But it's how we all feel. No matter who you are, you're still our friend. And I'd be happy if you felt the same way about all of us.
I do! Besides, for now, being your friend is good enough for me. I'm just gonna have fun now and figure things out later.
That's the spirit.
After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Is...
No. Hey, Crow.
What's up, man? You're not here to collect that interest already, are you? I value my kneecaps as much as the next guy, but I need more time.
Nah. I'm just over here because my sister shot me down when I asked her to dance. Needless to say, it's been a long day. Want to find a spot to sit down with me? I could use a cold drink and a good rest.
Now you're speaking my language. I'm in. Let's get two of the strongest damn drinks those stalls will pour us.
You know none of them sell alcohol, right?
Look at Jellica and George dancing the night away. I wonder if this is what I think it is.
And what is that exactly?
Jeez, you couldn't see flying sparks in a dark cave at midnight, could you? Keep that up all your life and you'll break even more hearts than I will.
But I mean, Angelica and George?
Forget it. Let me take you on a little trip to Uncle Crow's Wisdom Corner.
Little being the operative word.
Seriously, though, if you only hold on to one piece of advice, it should be, take care of your buds. I know, you've heard it all a million times, but I wouldn't be telling you if I wasn't telling you straight. Doesn't matter where you are or if you graduate. If you treat your friends right, they're not gonna let you down. You need at least one like that. Better get searching if you don't have one. You still with me, Reen?
Sorry, I was just surprised. I didn't know you were capable of giving serious advice.
You know, each of these snide little comments is a tiny knife in my heart. I try to share a bit of my life experience and help my little buddy out, and this is the treatment I get?
I do appreciate it, though. My time here has definitely taught me how important a good friend can be. And I consider you one of mine. I don't just look up to you because you're older than me, but because you're a good friend. Okay, maybe friend is a little strong. Partner in crime might be more like it.
Partner in crime, huh? Not sure whether I should be offended or wear it with pride. You're a funny one, Reen. First you try to get interest on a 50-mirror loan, then you shower me with compliments?
Partners in crime are supposed to be able to turn from dangerous to friendly in the blink of an eye, right?
You got me there.
We don't have long before you graduate, but we've got to make the most of it.
You bet. Just, pray that I get to graduate at all.
After that, I went back to see Elise. But by then...
This is a different file from the Frost one, so the things are going to be different. That's why I'm jumping onto this one. So I can do them all. I don't know if I have enough though. Wrong file. Buffy's here, so fine.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
I held that down for too long. I'll just speed through this. I'll do it again. Everything will be alright. Just... I don't know. I need to... do this quickly. Faster! One second, guys. I want to check something quickly, so it's just going to take me a moment. Nope, it's not here. Damn it. Yeah, I know you're dealing with not looking at anything, but I can't blame you. It's annoying, isn't it? I don't have much to talk about while doing this. After party. again. I was checking some. I couldn't find it. But after this, so yeah. After this, I gotta do something else. Then I gotta go do that again.
Fee.
Reen. Is there a problem?
No, I was just looking for you. Are you up to anything right now?
Nope.
In that case, would you like to dance with me?
I've never danced before.
Don't worry, I can lead. But if you don't want to, we don't have to.
Let's do it.
Okay then. You're a natural, Fee. But I guess I should have known you'd catch on quickly.
It wasn't too hard once I got the hang of it. And I felt at ease with you leading.
What do you mean?
It reminded me of our leader.
The Jaeger King I've heard about?
Yep. When we're all together, it feels like we're all part of a family. Just like it did back in the Corps. But there's something about you in particular that reminds me of him.
Is that a good thing?
You don't look or act like him at all. But I always felt comfortable when I was with him. And
that's kind of embarrassing. I don't really know what to say. No, I do. I'm happy to hear that you think of me like that. Everyone needs a family, blood-related or not.
It's been a long time since Zephyr split up. But for the first time in a while, I wish I could see everybody again.
I didn't expect to hear that. But I think it's a good thing. I hope you'll get the chance to see them again soon.
Me too.
After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then...